Pepperstone was named the top global Forex broker last year with lightning fast execution speed and ultra low fees, so it's easy to see why. Let's dive in to see what makes them such a fantastic Forex broker in 2025. I'm Noam.
And I'm Justin. We've been comparing Forex brokers for over a decade now, and we've been looking to the latest when it comes to Forex and CFD trading insights.
In this video, we'll cover everything you need to know about Pepperstone in 2025. All right, Justin, Pepperstone are a broker that we've been working with since probably our earliest days, over 10 years ago now. They're a great broker. Last year they took out the gong for best overall Forex broker in the world. In 2025, they're just as impressive. What do we think about them?
So we actually named Pepperstone the best Forex broker globally. And that's the third year in a row that Pepperstone has been recommended for that award. Each time we do our evaluations from scratch and we test all the different types of elements, but again, Pepperstone excelled in each of the criteria. So we'll go through each of the criteria now, we'll explain the score, and we'll explain why they won most of the categories.
Okay, to make things easier for you guys back home, we've looked at the 6 most critical components of a Forex broker and provided them a score with each, and we'll touch on briefly exactly what each category represents. Okay, Justin, so let's start with trading costs. Pepperstone received a score of 8.5 out of 10. What do we think about Pepperstone's trading costs?
So Pepperstone has two main accounts. One's a standard account, and that has no commissions. The fee is in the spread. We don't like that account. We're trying to be upfront with you and honest. The standard account is not good value, and there's better brokers out there when it comes to that. Normally beginner traders choose that account, whereas the raw account, which is when you have a spread and commission, Pepperstone has one of the best value accounts on the market. So there's two components to a fee when it comes to this. The first one is a spread, and what we do is we compare all the spreads when it comes to the different currency pairs, and Pepperstone has some of the lowest spreads on each individual currency pair, and that's their strength. Their commission, on the other hand, look, that is on par with most of the brokers, maybe a bit more competitive than some. We're not saying it's the lowest, but we're saying it's very competitive, but it's the spreads that gave it the winning amount. So it's that combination of low spreads, reasonable commissions, and then when it comes to the other fees, let's say, look at something like funding. No depositing fees, no withdrawal fees. So all these types of components, they don't try to have all these hidden fees and chip away at your balance. Unlike a broker like eToro, I'll name and shame. That's the type of review we're trying to give you. But that's why, overall, when it comes to trading costs, if you choose that raw account, the razor account, Pepperstone has some of the lowest fees of any Forex broker in the world.
Okay, now let's talk about trading experience. Trading experience, Pepperstone received a score of 10 out of 10. What do we like about their trading experience?
So trading experience, what we're looking at fundamentally is kind of the software they use and the infrastructure. And that really, and for a trader, what that matters is something called execution speed. So this is how quickly, when you see a quote, when you see a price, do you get that quote? And if you have a really poor execution speed, it means that often the price that you get isn't what you're quoted. And this is a real big factor in quick, fast moving markets. So let's say an interest rate decision was made. The markets move in milliseconds. And if you don't have a broker that can quickly execute your trade, you are gonna get a much worse deal than previously. So we measured all of the execution speeds of the brokers, and Pepperstone came out second, and it was a close second, compared to the broker that came first. So you're gonna get the best experience possible, which is critical if you're doing something like scalping, automation, using AI. A lot of people are starting to do this, and therefore we gave Pepperstone the maximum one, and one of the key foundations of why you should choose them as the best broker.
Okay, so that was trading experience. Let's look at trading platforms. Again, they received a score of 10 out of 10. What do we like about Pepperstone's trading platforms?
Okay, they're offering all the trading platforms that generally people are looking for. So MetaTrader 4, the most popular trading platform, they offer. MetaTrader 5, good for CFDs, they offer. TradingView, probably the fastest growing platform, the one that I like to use personally due to charting. They've got CTrader, very good for algo, they have. And now they've got a fifth element, which is they have their own trading platform. I know what you're wondering, why would Pepperstone have their own trading platform? You can actually see an interview on our YouTube channel with me and the CEO discussing this. And generally, they're trying to give a unique trading experience to a certain subset of traders. And I think it's the best when it comes to beginner traders. So while all of these other trading platforms are really good for intermediate to expert traders, great charting, a lot of the types of things that automation requires, for those new to trading, Pepperstone's not necessarily been the best, but I would say look at their trading platform that they offer. Unbelievable on a mobile device, which a lot of beginner traders do, and it's a great way to get started. And then of course, once you get established, you may want to switch to something like a TradingView.
Okay, so that was trading platforms. Let's look at trust. Pepperstone received a score of 9.5 out of 10. What do we like about Pepperstone in terms of trust?
Sure, so there's almost no broker that has a level of regulation that Pepperstone does. So for example, they've got T1 regulation here in Australia with ASIC, FCA in the UK, they got CySec in Cyprus.
BaFin in Germany.
Yeah, BaFin in Germany. Very few brokers would get regulated in Europe and then still choose to get regulated in Germany as well. That's the extent that Pepperstone goes above and beyond. So there's levels of T1, T2, and T3 regulation. So the fact that they're so well regulated, they've been around for over a decade, founded in Australia, still established in Australia, which of course is a safe haven in the world. ASIC is considered to be one of the best regulators worldwide, and a really good corporate structure. So we gave it a 9.5. Wanting we give it a 10. Well, we've probably been a bit tough, but look, they're not regulated in the US, so they can't onboard US clients, and they're not listed on the NASDAQ, which some people would say you need to have to be a 10 out of 10. But outside of, for US traders, for anyone in Asia, Oceania, Europe, Africa, definitely there is good a trust broker as you're ever going to get.
Yep. All right, so that was trust. Let's look at range of markets. Again, we gave them a score of 9.5 out of 10. Maybe just tell us where they lost points, because that 9.5 is a pretty good score.
Sure. So look, they lost points for the real exotic market. So let's say crypto. They offer crypto. Obviously, in some markets like the UK, they can't due to regulation, but in most markets they do. And they offer a good range of crypto, but not your exotics. And of course, what is it? It's probably tens of thousands of cryptos, and they offer the major ones, but not all of them. Same with currencies. They'll offer most miners, majors and minors, but maybe there's some exotic currencies you want to trade, and they may not offer it. So it's that extreme range when it comes to these types of exotic products that sometimes people, they make a comment on YouTube or they send us an email, do they offer this? Pepperstone doesn't always offer that. But if you're looking, like, say, to trade shares of CFDs, pretty much every major share in all markets they offer indices, they offer commodities like gold, and the list goes on. So most markets they offer, but not every market, hence the score of 9.5.
Okay, and then the last category was customer service. They received a score of 9 out of 10. Why 9 out of 10?
Look, we've got our own accounts, but then we've got Dave, Tegan, Ross. So what we do is we have our own accounts, and we trade with the brokers ourselves. And when we get some of our new employees to often open accounts to see what they think of things like live chat, when they send emails, how long do they take, and then what type of support do you have. So with Pepperstone, not only are they pretty much instant, so whether it's a phone call, whether it's an email, live chat, you don't have to wait for 5 minutes. It's pretty instant that you're talking to someone. But you can tell the people at the other end, know what they're talking about, and a lot of them are traders themselves, and it just really comes through. I can't tell you enough about how with some of the other brokers, we have problems when we're trading. We talk to the person and they just simply don't know, and they'll give you that annoying thing when they give you a link to their knowledge base. I want an answer. I don't want a link to a knowledge base. So look, you can take our words for it, or you could look at some of the awards that they've won with other parties. So one of them is where they interview all the traders out there. Can you remember the name?
I can't remember.
Okay, so when they interview all the traders, they do this every single year, and Pepperstone wins for customer service, and they win for customer satisfaction. So obviously they're not going to win those awards every single year if they don't excel in this area. So they have customer support based in different countries, let's say Thailand, in Australia, in the UK, etc. So it's always there when you need it, and they understand your region's needs.
Okay, so when you kind of compile all the scores we gave to Pepperstone, we obviously just listed the top 6 here, but when you compile all the scores, like the 10 categories that we analysed, Pepperstone received an amazing score of 98 out of 100, which again is our top score for any broker anywhere in the world in 2025, and they've won it for the 3rd year running again this year. Justin, in summary, Pepperstone, should traders trade with them, yes or no?
Absolutely. And look, we're trying to be as transparent as possible. We have an our methodology section on our website. We go through every single one of these criteria, how we judged it, stuff like execution speeds. We go through the whole methodology of how we did our tests. So we're trying to be transparent for you. We're trying to give the information you need to back up our recommendation so you can pick the right broker for your needs.
Okay, guys, there you have it. If Pepperstone sounds like the right broker for you, have a look in the description down below. We've attached all the links there that you need to go and open up an account with Pepperstone on the Pepperstone website. If you want to further your research, we've also added some other links to some other reviews on our website in the description down below as well. Please don't hesitate to leave a thumbs up and subscribe, and let us know if there are any other videos you'd like us to create for you to help you out on your trading adventure in 2025. Leave us a comment in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you.